Today we'll begin with equation of continuity and we'll discuss a very important part which is called as the Bernoulli principle. I think tomorrow if I take a period, I'll finish up with the topic and we'll go to the third topic of section B, and that is current electricity, students. This topic was basically very lengthy. Okay, we'll start equation of continuity. Students, please concentrate well. See a very simple diagram and we will continue. Consider a tube Consider a tube, okay? Consider a fluid flowing through a tube with non-uniform cross section with A1 as the area of cross section at one end of the tube and A2 as the area of cross section at the other end of the tube. लॉजिक का इथे आहे सांगते तुम्हाला इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्युटी कसं आहे. Students, if the end of the tube, if the mouth of the tube is narrow, large force is required to push the fluid through it, okay, and hence the fluid flows with greater speed. Why? Because there is overcrowding of particles. As the mouth of the tube is small, the particles of the fluid are overcrowded and hence push each other, and therefore the speed of flow of the fluid at the narrow end of the tube is faster. Whereas when the mouth of the tube is wide enough, म्हणजे रुंद असेल, then the flow of the fluid is slower because particles are not overcrowded, hence they do not pressurize each other. Okay, so what I want to here, what logic we are going to discuss is कि at the narrow end there is more pressure. At the narrow end the particles are overcrowded, the speed of flow of the particles at the narrow end is faster. At the broad end the particles are sparse, wide away from each other, hence the speed of flow of the fluid at the wide end of the tube is slower. That's it. This is the logic here, and we will obtain a very important equation, that is equation of continuity. Easy logic hai. Students, we take an ununiform tube with A1 and A2 as the area of cross sections at the two ends. Okay, let B1 be the, consider a section PQRS at one end, consider a section EFGH at the other end. Okay, one thing, the section PQRS, let V1 be the velocity at the section PQRS. The distance covered is velocity multiplied by the time. Now you may ask me kasa, because velocity is distance upon time. Therefore, the distance covered at the broad end is velocity at that particular end cross sectional of the tube, that is PQRS multiplied by time, because velocity multiplied by time gives you the distance covered. Similarly here also, this is V2 delta T, because that is the distance covered by the fluid multiplied by, that is the distance covered by the fluid at the narrow end with area of cross section A2. Students, kasahi asu de, let V1 be the velocity at the broad end which is lesser, V2 be the velocity at the narrow end which is faster. Okay, agree. But the volume of the fluid through each section is same. So what we are going to continue here, keep the rate at which the volume of the fluid flows is same. Next point, from the principle of conservation of mass, mass of the fluid, at broad end is equal to mass of the fluid m2 of the fluid at narrow end. What is the formula for mass? It is volume multiplied by density of the fluid at the broad end is equal to V2 multiplied by density of the fluid at the narrow end. Now what is volume again? Area at the broad end multiplied by the distance, that is the height of the cross sectional area PQRS, which is V1 delta T, rho as it is. हे असं लिहूया, you will get confused otherwise. This is volume student, this is velocity, capital V. थोडं मोठं लिहूया नाहीतर if you are confused. And this is A2 small v2 delta T rho. What gets cancelled? Delta T rho gets cancelled. Therefore we get A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Means the product of area and velocity. This is volume. This is V1 and V2 are the velocities respectively. The product of area and velocity is constant. This is called equation of continuity म्हणतात त्याला. Okay? Or A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2 is equal to, if you consider the third small little cross sectional area of the tube, you will get it as A3 V3 and so on. Or in general, AV is equal to constant. The product of area and velocity, the product of area and velocity is nothing but volume upon time. That is what was discussed earlier. Ki whether the tube is of different areas at different points, though the tube is irregular in shape, the volume of the fluid throughout the tube per unit time is constant, because A into V is volume upon time. Volume is what? Area. Velocity is meter per second, na? Area multiplied by meter, area multiplied by length gives you volume. Volume upon time. This quantity is called volume. This quantity is called as what? It is called as volume flux. Okay. This is what is called as equation of continuity. Means the volume of the fluid flowing per unit time through any cross section of the tube, though it is irregular in shape, is constant. That's it. I'll repeat again. Students, एकदा revise करून देते. Then we'll go to a very important derivation, that is Bernoulli's equation. It is similar to this. खूब easy है. There is nothing to worry, students. Consider a tube of irregular shape or irregular cross sectional areas. Logic एवढंच वापरायचं. At the narrow end of the tube, the speed is faster because there is overcrowding of particles and they push each other. At the broad end, the speed of flow of the fluid is slower because there is no overcrowding of particles. That's it. Let A1 be the cross-sectional area at the broad and A2 be the cross-sectional area at the narrow end. Consider two cross-sections of the tube, PQRS and EFGH respectively. The length SR is V1 delta T, velocity multiplied by time gives you distance. The length GH, V2 delta T, velocity multiplied by distance gives you, velocity multiplied by time gives you distance. Okay. Students, हे एक part झालं. Though the area of cross sections at different points is different, though the speed is different, because V2 is greater than V1, students, as A2 is smaller, but the volume of the fluid flowing through any cross section per unit time is always constant. From the principle of conservation of mass, the mass of the fluid through any cross section is always constant. So M1 is equal to M2. Mass is volume into density. Capital V1 rho is equal to capital V2 rho. Volume is what? Area multiplied by the length, that is V1 delta T. What is volume? Area multiplied by the length, that is V2 delta T. Rho gets cancelled. We get A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. If third cross-sectional area was selected, we would have got it as A3 V3. So the product of A into V is equal to constant, and that is volume upon time, which is called as volume flux. So the volume flux across each part of the tube always remains constant. That's it. Okay? Now we will discuss Bernoulli's principle. Very important. the direction, students? What logic you are going to use here, students? What logic will we use here? A simple thing. Though the velocity of a fluid flowing through each cross section of the tube, which is irregular in shape, is different. म्हणजे whenever a fluid flows through a tube, though the velocities at different points is different, the pressure is same. This is Bernoulli's principle. Okay, when a fluid flows through a tube, though the speed of the fluid throughout the tube may change, the pressure will remain constant. Concentrate. I'll select that part which you are going to study properly. That's it. Consider an incompressible fluid, ideal fluid flowing through a tube which is of irregular or different areas of cross section. Note my point. It is an incompressible fluid. It is an ideal fluid. Means what? There is no frictional force, internal frictional force exerted by the tube on the fluid, as it is an ideal fluid. There is no viscous force as well. So सगळे forces आपण zero consider करतो when you use the word ideal fluid. Concentrate. Consider an ideal fluid flowing through a tube with A1 as the area of cross section at one end, A2 as the area of cross section at the other end. Since the fluid is ideal, no other forces, no other internal forces act on the fluid. No viscous force, no internal force, frictional force exerted by the walls of the tube. No forces. The only force which acts on the fluid flowing through this tube, as it is an ideal fluid, the only force which acts on the fluid inside the tube is the non-gravitational. Gravitational force आपण consider करत नाही. Non-gravitational force exerted by the fluid flowing in the neighborhood. आजूबाजूच्याला जे का medium असेल, fluid असेल, air असेल, so whatever non-gravitational forces it exerts, that is what is the force acting on this tube. So force acting at the cross-sectional area PQRS, which is of area A1, is what is force? Pressure P1 multiplied by area. Pressure into area, because by definition pressure is force upon area. So P1 A1 is equal to P2 A2. Yes? Is it okay? Next, since the only force acting on the fluid is the non-gravitational force by the neighboring fluid, the work done to overcome this is given by what? Work done is what, students? Force multiplied by displacement. म्हणजे काय? It will be हे force आहे. Pressure multiplied by area, because pressure is force upon area. Therefore, force is pressure multiplied by area. Pressure multiplied by the distance. What is the distance here, students? It is d1. Cross-sectional area PQRS. The distance is d1 minus P2 A2 d2. Now you may ask me, teacher, minus कुठून काढलं? Because the pressure exerted from the other end is in the opposite direction. This is one, this is the opposite direction. Therefore, negative sign. Clear? So the total work done against the force is force multiplied by distance. That is P1 A1 D1 at one end minus P2 A2 D2 at other end, or work done is equal to what? We get it as P1 minus P2 into dV. Now you may ask me, hey kutu kaadla teacher? You know that the volume of the fluid flowing through each end is same. म्हणजे ही स्टेप जर तुम्ही रिपेअर केली तर ही कशी येणार? P1 dV, which is the volume, through each section remains same, and that is equation of continuity. P1 dV minus P2 dV. Area multiplied by distance is volume. Area multiplied by distance is volume, and that is what I have taken common. So work done is P1 minus P2 into dV. One job. This work done is equal to the total mechanical energy of this incompressible ideal fluid, and this work done is the sum total of the mechanical energy, which is the kinetics change in the kinetic energy of the fluid plus change in the potential energy. Now you may ask me, teacher, potential energy कुठं? ही घ्या, आपण ही बेस घेऊया स्टुडंट्स. हा एक पॉइंट घ्या, which is height h2. We take this point which is at height h1. आता तरी potential energy आली. Yes, that's it. Now सांगा मला, therefore P1 minus P2 into dV. आता kinetic energy तुमचं फेवरेट होय की नाही? काय ते? हाफ m2 v2 square minus final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy plus हे potentials half mgh m2 g h2 minus m1 g h1. Are you okay? Are you okay students? आता परत मॉडिफिकेशन्स करायचं आहे, जरा लक्ष द्या. I'll go slow. इथं जरा नीट आहे का? P1 minus P2 into dV is equal to half mass is volume multiplied by density. V2 square as it is. Again volume multiplied by density V1 square as it is. Now you may ask me, teacher, dV कुठून काढलं? Cross sectional area are small, tube is long. We are selecting only cross sectional, small cross sectional areas. Small cross sectional areas P1 and I mean of length D1 and D2. Are you okay here? Huh? Plus परत तेच, M2 is mass is volume into density GH2 minus volume into density GH1. तुमचं प्रश्न असेल, टीचर डेन्सिटी का नाही? डेन्सिटी फ्लूइड डजंट चेंज मीन्स व्हाय टू चेंज द डेन्सिटी देन? काय कॉमन? काय कॉमन आहे? dv is common. Throw it out. 1 2 3 4 5 सगळ्यामधून dv कॉमन. Take it out. P1 minus P2. One job is over. Half rho V2 square minus half rho V1 square plus rho G H2 minus rho G H1. स्टुडंट्स मी V1 H1 ची टर्म्स आणि P1 ची टर्म्स एकाकडे घेते. फॉलो दिस स्टेप. P1 ये इस साइड में पॉजिटिव, दिस इज दिस साइड पॉजिटिव अगेन is equal to negative terms on the other side. Half बचा क्या? Half rho V2 square one term plus rho G H2 second minus so होणार plus, that's it. This is it. The sum of the pressure, kinetic energy and potential energy per unit volume is constant. This is your Bernoulli principle. What logic? Bernoulli principle states that though the speed at different points is different of an incompressible fluid flowing through a tube, the pressure is same. That is this. What we have taken here? A long tube with two cross sections, PQRS of this length D1, EFGH of length D2, which are at heights H1 and H2 from the ground level. Okay, since the fluid flowing through the tube is ideal, no frictional force, no viscous force exerted by the fluid and exerted by the walls of the tube. The only non-gravitational force which acts is the force of the neighboring fluid. Work done to overcome this force is what? The work done, it will be force into displacement. Hey, forces आहेत. कळतंय? Work done in this process is force into displacement minus force into displacement. Area multiplied by distance is volume. Common काढलं, dv दाखवलं because equation of continuity states that volume remains constant throughout. That's it. Work done is nothing but the change in the mechanical energy, which is the sum total of kinetic and potential energy. Kinetic energy is half m2v2 square minus m1v1 square plus m2gh2 minus m1gh1. मास च्या ऐवजी व्हॉल्यूम इंटू डेन्सिटी, व्हॉल्यूम इंटू डेन्सिटी, व्हॉल्यूम इंटू डेन्सिटी, व्हॉल्यूम इंटू डेन्सिटी घातलं. डीव्ही कॉमन काढून कॅन्सल केलं. एंड्स द जॉब. हां, एक 2 मिनिट्स फक्त बोर्डाकडे कॅमेरा राहू दे. And next period we'll discuss the last part and I'll introduce you to current electricity. ठीक है मुलांनो, a huge topic coming to an end. खूप मोठा आहे हा टॉपिक, very big. ठीक है, bye for today.